What constitutes as joke theft, question mark? The nuance of this, I understand why the person's having the struggle of understanding is this joke theft or not.
But he says, and use the setup. That's like me trying to do my own material with Chris Rock's voice.
Hey, listen here,
but I don't know. That's the thing. Like, they may have crossed paths before.
You don't want to name names, do you?
I don't. You want me to name names?
After last week.
Okay. First one is...
Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes you love it and sometimes you hate it. In these Comedy Skreets, ladies and gentlemen, week to week or from time to time, Dante and myself, we hop online to where people discuss comedy like Reddit or any of these pages or boards or websites. We find something interesting being discussed and we bring it here to give our own 2 cents. This week, no different. Starting off with a post from r/standup, the first one. This was posted on Reddit, r/standup by Eastern Ho. Probably my favorite one so far. Eastern Ho. I hope you got all your vaccines and your checkups. If you a ho out there, remember.
No, but ho could just mean that they're
Chinese?
Yeah, I was gonna say Korean.
Korean? Yes. Is that Korean?
Yeah.
There's no Chinese hoes, is there? Like there are
Chinese hoes.
What's a typical Chinese like? Kim?
That's
also Korean.
That's Korean.
What am I doing, bro? Like it's like Shvang, like you know, I know.
With the X.
I'm about to get super
Zhang,
yeah, like shit like this.
Yeah.
Wei Li.
That's the first name.
No, Zhang Wei Li.
Or is it Wei Li Zhang? I don't know.
It's Zhang Wei Li.
My name is Wei Li.
I'm out of here, bro. So yeah, posted on r/standup by Eastern Ho. What constitutes as joke theft? Question mark. That is the title. I recently heard a bit where I enjoyed the initial topic. That is the tension between immigrants and second-generation citizens in the U.S. I wanted to expand on it, but I don't want to use the punchline, in brackets, deportation, and use the setup to expand on another topic on tension. Would this constitute as joke theft? Very good question. You wanted to tackle this one, so I'll let you get your words off first.
He wants to use the setup. Theft.
Yeah,
Come up with your own setup.
Like, he literally answered his own question.
Yes.
He got his own goat.
Yeah, I know.
Friggin'.
He wants to use the setup. No.
If it's not your, like, this is, okay, again, the nuance of this, I understand why the person's having the struggle of understanding is this joke theft or not.
But he says and use the setup.
Yes.
Don't use the setup. Use the topic.
The topic.
Don't use the actual setup.
Yeah. That, to me, is egregious, bro. Like,
yeah. Come on, ho.
Yeah. Yeah, no, if you're using other people's material, if you heard somebody say something and that gave you an idea and you are literally saying, I want to go off that idea, but just change the punchline, you are stealing.
Yeah.
Even to a certain extent, taking the premise. Now, there's also something to be said, like that premise is something that everybody's talking about. It's not exclusive.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very broad subject, especially right now.
Yeah.
It's a big hot button topic. So I get it. And so I almost wonder if they're just wording it wrong. Like, to say I want to use the premise, like, does he actually mean that word for word, that person's setup? Or does he mean
he says, I don't want to use the punchline and use the setup.
Yeah, no, if you're using the setup, you should burn in hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got nothing original in your own mind. Like, what the hell? I get that if it's a trending topic, there's
come up with your own setup.
Come up with your own. Yeah, exactly. Bingo. Like, it's not that difficult.
Yeah.
But is it because that the setup is good and you know it works? You lazy. Be a comic, bro. Shit. That to me is just annoying. Like, I really don't have much else.
Just annoying.
Like, that's just annoying. Because, like, I think it's pretty obvious. If you're asking the question, then it's most likely you're stealing.
Yeah.
Especially if the punchline is just deportation.
And I think you brought up something interesting. Did you like the topic because of the setup?
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's what you're asking. And if so, would you like the topic if it was a different setup?
Correct.
Maybe not. Would you even want to steal this joke?
Well, it sounds like you have something to say about that subject, because if you have a funny punchline for it.
Yeah.
But that's just, you know what you should do with that if you're an actual good friend? you walk up to the other comic and be like, I like that joke. Here's a tag for you.
Yeah.
Because it's their joke.
Yep.
Like, what are you doing here? And then you will eventually have your own idea on the subject that's completely original.
Mm-hmm.
But no, this is just over the top. Let's read some of the comments. You rip off a couple.
You can't steal premises. Having said that, it can be bad form to do similar premises on the same show with another comic, but just use some common sense.
Okay. A top #1 commenter. Good question. Generally, I would say it's better to take inspiration for jokes from your own initial thoughts and feelings and observations and experiences rather than take inspiration for jokes from someone else's joke. That said, of course, other people's comedy is part of what we take in, and perhaps other people's jokes can inspire us to create our own jokes that are as different and possible from the original. There's this Mitch Hedberg joke. Mitch Hedberg, oh, you're not watching Kill Tony. A guy came
There's
up
a
there.
guy I saw. I didn't see it, but I saw him on Reddit.
Now, what pissed me off is he said he didn't know Mitch Hedberg. Later on, I saw a video of him online, and he said, of course I know Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah.
He was saying his main inspiration is Dimitri Martin, which to me is nobody's inspiration is Dimitri Martin. But whatever, to each their own. But it was just crazy because his setup, punchline, delivery. Although I went back and watched some Dimitri Martin just to compare, and he does have similar, but he was so like even his visual, the way he looked.
Yeah, he went with the
Very
hair and
Hedberg.
everything. Yeah.
Very Hedberg.
But was he trying to do like a Timmy No Breaks or
But
like
what I will say, dude, his jokes were all original. Nothing he said, I could be like, that's Hedberg.
that's Hedberg.
But it's in the style of Hedberg.
Yeah.
And it was even weird for him to be like, I don't know Hedberg, my main inspo, which I believe. Because even in that video, he's like, I do know Hedberg.
Yeah.
But it's like, my main inspiration, and I still stick by this, is Dimitri Martin. And he explained why, and I believe it. Dimitri.
Okay, but this is another topic because if it's in the style of Hedberg, right? Like it's Hedberg cadence,
Well, now you're an impersonator, yeah?
but it's his own material. You get what I'm saying? So it's
I would
like,
say Timmy No Breaks is more of an impersonator than that guy. I can't remember his name now.
yeah,
The guy who did the
Hedberg guy.
Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah,
They're the same episode. That's what was crazy. They were like 1 or 2 comics apart.
interesting.
But that Timmy No Breaks guy, he's doing a character.
Yeah, for sure.
We know he's doing a character.
Yeah.
And we know it's inspired by Dice. The first time he was on Kill Tony, and he's like, you're doing Dice. You know that. Never heard of him. He's like, hickory dickory dock, bitch. And then he immediately used one of Dice's punches. So like, it's very tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's like doing a character.
Yeah.
But the other guy was presenting himself as himself and not acknowledging Hedberg.
Yeah.
That was so awkward. But his jokes were so funny and so original that, like, I don't know. And then hearing his explanation of it, I'm like, okay, you are your own person. I don't think you're trying to, but like, where do we draw the line on this?
Well, that's the point I was trying to make because
Yeah.
he sounds like Hedberg,
Yeah.
but he's doing his own material. That's like me trying to do my own material with Chris Rock's voice.
Hey, listen here, motherfucker. You know the thing about garbage bags?
You know what's funny about
See, there's nigga garbage bags, and then there's nigger garbage bags.
Chris Rock doesn't sound like that.
No, well, kind of, yeah.
No, because his voice is not
Old
that deep.
Chris Rock. Have you watched Bigger and Blacker? Like, have you watched the sets that got him on back in the day? Oh, yeah. And you know another thing.
Yeah.
There's niggas and then there's niggas. Like, that's straight up Chris Rock.
Yeah,
Like, that's
okay,
what got him.
yeah.
Everybody used to. If you type it right now, Jimmy Kimmel, Chris Rock, don't do it. He did blackface.
Jimmy Kimmel did.
And Jimmy Fallon. Both Jimmys did a blackface Chris Rock sketch.
Wow.
Y'all suck, but they were kind of funny.
Kind of funny.
They were kind of. And this is obviously in the
to
90s.
my point.
2000s.
So like, yeah, like, what if I got super popping because I'm doing my own material, which is unique.
Yeah.
But it's Chris Rock's voice and his cadence. Is that stealing?
No, kind of. I would put that more under the category. I guess you would have to see it, but I would put that more under inspo or impersonator.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing your own original material, that's why I wasn't really pissed off by the Hedberg guy. Because I'm like, he's doing his own jokes.
He's doing his own jokes.
And Timmy, they loved Timmy No Breaks.
I know.
How can you love him and hate this guy? It was the weirdest thing to me.
I did.
Because Tony got pissed.
Yeah.
He's like, you know you're ripping off Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you just gave the other guy a golden ticket. What are you
so funny.
What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? But yeah, what were you gonna say?
Well, because like I think one is so, I mean, they're both very obvious, but one is like accentuated on how obvious it is. Whereas the other one is obvious, but it's his own material.
Well, they're both their own material. Timmy Nobrix is doing his own jokes. I don't even think he's doing. I don't write, bitch. He said that, and I guarantee I don't think he writes because everything he says is. It seems like it's super in the moment or off the cuff.
Yeah.
Or maybe he has like a couple lines and stuff.
But you know, maybe it is rehearsed because like after
he's a character.
I know, but just to go off what you're saying.
Yeah.
When Ree was at the show, he's like, man, the way Rouse is just going off the head. I'm like, a lot of that's not off the head like it is.
Yeah.
But also, I know his material.
Yeah. The best comics, and I've brought this up a million times on the podcast. The best comics to me are the ones you don't even realize they're doing a set.
Exactly.
And that is why when I first started, I put the emphasis because those were always my favorite comics. And I was trying to figure out what the magic behind that was. And you just have to be comfortable enough to put any joke anywhere.
Yep.
Sure, you can have, but like, I don't agree that this is my closer. I'm like, okay, yeah, you have your stronger material, obviously. But if it has to go last, like, challenge yourself, man.
Well, I haven't even done my first closer in a minute.
Yeah, you're challenging yourself.
Yeah.
You have it in the bag.
I've been doing garbage bags.
Yeah.
But I replaced it with Roach. People don't even remember Roach. It's been so long.
Yeah, I haven't heard. Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That used to be my old closer.
Flip them. Put them in the middle. Put your closer.
I don't even do it. Because it's like, honestly, I should bring it back to refine it more.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, this one's decent. Put it in the bag for a bit. Let me refine these other ones. And then I'll bring it back when I need to do a longer set.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. That it all adds up. Like, I think the main important thing is just be original.
Yeah.
Be original. And if you're even questioning if this is an original thought, it probably isn't. You know what I mean?
Okay. Here's another question about stealing material.
Yeah.
Because I just realized this week that I've seen two people do the same joke. But I don't know if one stole it from the other.
Is this what you were talking about earlier?
This is a different set.
I was going to say that person you know stole the other person.
Yeah, that one for sure I know. But this other one, I don't know. But it's the same joke.
So you just saw two comics separately?
Yeah.
Telling of it, like wording too?
Yeah, same punchline basically.
You should stir up the pot.
Why?
Approach both of them. Be like, you know who's doing this joke.
No.
You know who's doing this joke.
No, the double agent.
Get your popcorn. You know, I think he's at Comedy Bar right now. I'll drive you.
No, but I just, because I'm like, so like in that situation, what do you like not actually stir the pot, but like, what do I do? Do I be like, hey,
no, who gives a shit? It's not your, if you're not going to do anything, then there's nothing.
I'm saying, do I do something or do I just let it be?
Well, you just let the person know. I think that there's a courtesy in that.
Okay. I'll be like, hey, I saw a guy doing a
just so
joke.
You know, I saw so-and-so doing this exact bit. I'm not saying you stole it. I don't know who, like, but I saw it's the exact same bit.
Yeah.
Because that.
But they're also two different scenes.
Okay. So you're kind of the bridge? Like they wouldn't really cross paths?
They have crossed paths, maybe. But I don't know. That's the thing. Like they may have crossed paths before.
You don't want to name names, do you?
I don't.
You pussy.
You want me to name names?
After last week.
Oh,
I literally just edited that clip. I edited that clip just today.
Okay. And because you guys are both
Again,
cool.
you're not accusing anybody of stealing.
No. Okay. First one is Yoel.
Okay.
And then the other one is Dale. Right? You probably
CFTA guys?
Dale is not a CFTA guy, but he's been to CFTA before.
Okay.
And they both have a joke. And maybe it's just a super generic joke.
What's the premise?
Indian guys. But
I mean, in Canada right now.
I know, but then I don't even want to say, should I say the punchline or no?
No, we don't have to.
I'll say it off air, but it's like, you know, anybody could come up with that.
So to me, you're most likely, that's your answer
what I know. There. Yeah.
Because especially if we're talking about Indian people, anything right now with comedy in Canada, everybody's going, and Indians? How many Indians do we, and Indians? I'm like, all right, bro, have an original thought. Damn, bro. Like at the beginning of it, I get it. You want to jump on, but like still, I kind of understand what Mark Maron was saying. He's like, okay, yo, bro, these trans, but it's not even people or whatever.
It's not even like a punch down joke in the situation.
Yeah,
but it's more just a wordplay joke.
I'm not
And-
even saying in terms of punch down. I just mean like if everybody's talking about it, I usually stay away from it.
That's fair.
Like to me, that's like a good mark. Unless like I have something really unique to say about it.
Yeah.
I try not to do the zeitgeisty mainstream.
Yeah.
But that's how we do this podcast and see how this podcast has been building. It hasn't. So
It has.
Yeah, it has. It has.
Come on.
Absolutely. But like
Put some respect on the pod.
I love everybody that's been with us. Like I'm just making jokes, but I know that if we were hitting other more broad topics more regularly,
Yeah.
I mean, you heard me say it at the beginning of this episode. I'm starting to get more into let's open things up a little bit,
Yeah.
algorithm wise.
Algorithm wise.
But we would be more popping if we just talked about friggin', who had their period this week or whatever the hell. Like, popular who had their period this week. Our show is canceled, ladies and gentlemen.
Gross.
And so celebrity is making period candles now. Anyways, that's gonna do it for Indies Comedy Skreets.
Hey, it's Hen Dog.
Black Zeus the Podcast Season 6, featuring Black Zeus and Dante, aka Black Zeus on YouTube, Patreon, and Instagram.